Why, hello. I have not made a video for what feels like a long time. I'm going to make a video on a video game that I've decided to start making. It's a puzzle game, and I've been following along with a course that I bought on Unreal Engine 5, and I bought it like 3 years ago. And I've been away working on 2 films in Morocco and Bulgaria, so about 7-8 months of the last year of mine has been completely preoccupied doing that. And yeah, I've just spent the last couple of weeks just sort of not even leaving the house, just ploughing night after night into learning Unreal Engine. And I really need to get out tomorrow, but let me show you what I've been up to. I mean, this video, by the way, is highly geeky, right? This isn't like something, well, if you're a nerd, you'll love it. Also, why put the heating on when you can dress like a pimp? Okay, so we're in Unreal Engine 5, and I am at the starting point of where I've nearly finished blocking out the game. And blocking out is a process of basically using low resolution blocks, you know, cubes, whatever, and creating rooms out of them and real basic props, items, objects. And then everything will get replaced later with completely high resolution detailed stuff for like environment building and stuff like that. So that's why it looks like total and utter garbage, just in case you're wondering. So let's go in here. Okay, first things first, there's rain, because I've learned how to do something called level streaming, which is how you optimize a lot of the game. Like, you load stuff in and you load stuff out, but you can also use it to, in this case, change the weather, which is something that I could easily do with a plugin that I bought, but I just wanted to learn how to do it. Anyway, that's why it's raining. These Iron Man rip-off things are mannequins from Unreal 4 and 5. That's from 5. And they are just for scale, because it's really easy to build stuff and go wild. So this kind of game, the premise of this game is we go from room to room and we have to figure out how to go through each door. Now, this obviously is very, very basic. And we have a laser, and we have a green sphere, green being the universal colour for go. And basically it's being blocked right now by a non-reflective rock. So I'm going to pick it up with a grab system that I've created, which I can also rotate and drop. And when I did that, it hit the green sphere, and then this cable on the floor lit up that runs towards the door. And they're called indicators, that they indicate to you exactly what the point of that green sphere is. That's self-explanatory. So this next room, it now introduces the concept of a laser being able to be bounced from a reflective surface. But not all surfaces are reflective, like, say, the wall. So obviously we're going to pick this up and we're going to reflect it into the sphere. If I can. Something I should add, I've got all the doors closing after me, and that's again for the level streaming thing, so you can unload details. Right, so this is the next basic concept, is we can use multiple reflective objects. So we're going to reflect into this one. Oh. And then into the next. Okay, so we've got 2 lasers now. By the way, the sound, it keeps dipping because of the collision, the rain underneath here, which is, it automatically detects the rain that you're undercover, which is great, but the audio is just shockingly bad. So obviously it wouldn't sound like that, it would just be a little bit duller. Anyway, that's not my concern at the minute. Okay, so we've got 1 block, 1 triangle, 1 sphere, so we could use either laser. This opens the door, revealing another triangle. hell, man? Okay, so the next concept is that we have these blue laser blockers. Notice how it will not let the laser pass. But I can walk through it, and I can also take these blocks through it. So obviously the aim here, if you see one of these, is that you have to go round it. Again, if you can. And then we're through to the next one. So what we're actually now introducing to the player are two things, well, three. Foot switches, revolving doors that are reflective, and time. So obviously we're not fast enough to get through this, so we're going to use a non-reflective, we can also use a reflective block. Stick it on there, and then that will hold the switch down. I mean, this stuff is basic stuff, right? But learning how to do the basics, I think, is quite important. So we're going to go on the switch, and it indicates that the door will swing open. So we're going to take our block, because these blue things here, there's no way that we can actually get round there. And of course, there's no point putting this on here yet, because we need to reflect it. So let's do that. It's really sad, I'm excited about this. That falls down. And then we come over to here, do our classic bounce off. Indicator lights up, and then we go through here. So this bit is going to lead up to showing the main temple. So this, once this is all dressed up and I've got some animals and whatever, some NPCs crying, talking shit, then like this is going to build up and up to seeing the actual temple itself, where the actual puzzles get harder. So we're going to go in here. You notice the sound just dips, and we're now completely black. I'm just going to have music and all this kind of shit. And then suddenly it's revealed there's a massive temple, and it stopped raining. All this is going to be desert. Of course it's going to be desert. It's going to be just like Morocco. Oh. So we're going to go into the temple now, and this is where I've started to use like real-time lighting, like for actual gameplay mechanics, and it looks amazing when it all comes in and fills the room up. So we're going to put this on here. Cable and spheres there. And I've messed this up because it's impossible to do this like that. Like this doesn't need to reflect, so you would use this one there. Oh god, what a disobedient little shit. And then we'd use the reflective one here. So on to the next room. I've tried to make this look quite slick with the light coming in. That moves that. moves that. Okay, so we've got a laser. That's teaching now that lasers can be activated instead of always on. Also, we've got a trapdoor revealing a cube, which is a timing thing. So we have to pick it up. See, I've messed it up. And again, if you go too quickly, you will mess it up. And now we're going to use the cube. I'm going to press this and see what happens. Okay, so that's reflecting into that and back, and X marks the spot. And then we're going to go on this one here. And voila. So we're going to make a run for it. This is a time sensitive thing as well. We slip through and there's no going back. And the room sort of fills with a bit of light. It's quite dark. Let's see what this does. Okay, so we have a laser. We have a cable. But interestingly enough about this is where I'm using a bit of light to indicate clues. A window opens and shines on a specific piece that you need. So if we stand back on here, so I can't reach that one there at the bottom. It's actually too low. So we're going to go for this one here. And that lights up, reflects off this, reflects up there, goes across there, goes across there, and has dropped a cube. And that reflects down there and finally opens the door. Let's see that again. Okay. That's going to be some weird mind-bending corridor. Okay, so we've got these blue laser destroyers or whatever they are. I don't have no idea. I've got no name for them. But we're going to reflect it round. Yes. Okay. And then it's going to light up like the 4th of July. Okay. Might need to tame the brightness down a bit. Right. Okay, so that goes to there. Right. Yeah. And lasers over there. Pick this up. Ooh. Obedience. Okay, and that's opened up that, which basically is that. And it opens the door, of which we need that. Like I said, these starting to get more and more sort of involved. Okay. Now we are in the heart of the temple. So this has taken quite a long time to make this last puzzle. So we're going to hit that first, revealing that there's a fake door behind it as well. That does nothing, and that does nothing as well. It's just designed to annoy. But these have cables on them, so these have to do something right. There we are. Okay. Now, we've got over there, we've got that, which is what we've just used. That, what is that? That goes into here. So obviously we need to open that. There's a switch here. Okay. So I'm going to reflect onto that. I'm going to use, oh God. So you've got to be careful not to knock them. Right. Okay, hold on. We're going to do that first. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to stick that on there and open that up. And then I'm going to reflect it straight onto there and open the door. All these rooms are actually one massive puzzle, basically. Oh, yes, right. I'm actually really glad it's all working. So that's going to reveal, that's going to fall down there. Just to show we've got some form of buoyancy working. Apologies, I haven't actually figured out an entire swimming character controller, deep sea diving plugin. Okay, so we've got a reflective panel here. This is the way we're going. And then that opens up all the platforms. You should tune this. God. Oh my God. Right, okay. Yeah. I need to bring up a block. By design, there's just that one block that's out there. And that is essential for this. Oh, did you feel the suspense? Okay, so we've got a switch here, which triggers this laser that shines through that part there. And opens the door, of which the laser comes through here, bounces off here, down onto here, and bounces across to here. Okay, so this sphere is connected to the main door, so that must open the main door. That does nothing. Okay, we're going to tread on this. Okay, so a box just came out of the water. And these lasers reflect up there into that sphere, and there's a cable, and the door is shutting. So we are going to use this put that on there to weigh it down. Okay. So it activates a laser and goes straight into that mirror over there, and that opens up in the bottom but comes off when I need something to weigh it down with. Every time I press on it, the mirror moves. And there's a cube there that keeps going down. So the idea here is sort of, instead of putting something on something, taking away. So let's take it away. We're going to stick it on here. Okay, now the laser's going up there and up to that top bit. And this switch, when I press it, it's going to move the laser. A box has fallen down, and the laser hits that mirror there, goes across there, and then goes down into that sphere and opens the main doors. But of course we need a box to actually weigh it down. And now, go in here, we can go through the actual final doors, which I haven't actually made at all yet. Well, I hope that was as good for you as it was for me. Yeah, this has taken a lot of work just to get it like this, but I'm going to make a final last room, learn how to do a cut sequence with cameras. I've got to make a game menu, learn how to make an actual menu from scratch. And once I've done that, and a pause menu, and once I've done that, I then am going to completely redesign, like using high quality models, totally build the environments, and then go from there. Maybe add some other fun things. But yes, this has been a very enjoyable, highly nerdy video. Hit like and subscribe, obviously, if you want more. And if you do or don't bother subscribing either way. It's fine. Yes, till next time. I'm going to try and make more videos now.